All right, hello and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle something that can seem, well, a little intimidating. The language of the stock market. We're going to take an actual stock page from the Pakistan Stock Exchange, look at that wall of numbers, and turn it into a story that actually makes sense. Ready? Let's dive in.
You know that feeling? You pull up a page like this and it's just a sea of data. If you've ever felt totally lost, trust me, you are not alone. It can feel like a lot, but I promise, by the end of this little explainer, you're not just going to read it, you're going to understand it. We'll break it all down, one piece at a time.
So, to make this super clear, we're just going to pick one stock and follow it through its day. We're going to see how every single number on this page tells us a little piece of its story, right as it's happening. Okay, so the first thing your eyes probably go to is this big chart, right? And for good reason. Think of it as a stock's daily diary, written in real time. You can zoom right in to see what's happening minute by minute, or you can zoom way out to see the whole story over the last 5 years. It's really your main window into what's going on.
So, let's start right where the action begins every morning, the daily price journey. Every single trading day is a brand new story, and these first few numbers we're about to look at, they set the whole stage right when the market opens at 9:30 a.m.
First up is the open. This is literally the starting pistol for the day's race. It's the price of the very first trade. For our stock, that was 90.82 rupees. Right away, this gives us our first clue. Did it start the day higher or lower than where it finished yesterday? Okay, so from that starting line, the price starts to move. And the high, well, that's the highest point it's reached so far. For our stock, it touched 90.90 rupees. This is the peak, the most anyone was willing to pay for it during the day.
And of course, for every peak, there's a valley. That's the low. It's the absolute lowest point the stock dipped to. In our case, that's 88.50 rupees. This tells you the point where sentiment was at its weakest for the day. So why do these two numbers, high and low, matter so much when you look at them together? Because they basically define the stock's entire playground for the day. This range between the high and the low shows you its volatility. You know, how much of a roller coaster ride it's been. A really wide range means there was a big tug of war between the buyers and sellers.
Okay, so we know the price is playground, but how many people actually showed up to play? This next number isn't about the price at all. It's about the level of activity, the excitement around the stock.
And we're talking about volume. It's pretty simple. It's just the total number of shares that have changed hands. If the volume is high, it means there's a ton of interest. Lots of people are buying and selling. If the volume is low, it's kind of flying under the radar.
For our stock, that number is 1,813. So that means 1,813 shares have been traded today. But how do they count that exactly?
This little quote makes it super clear. Volume counts the number of shares in the deal just once. They don't count Kasim selling and Faisal buying to get 200. Nope. A single trade of 100 shares adds exactly 100 to the volume. That's it. And, pro tip, when you see high volume combined with a big price move, that usually suggests it's a pretty strong trend.
All right, we've got a pretty good handle on what happened today. But, you know, a single day is just one page in a very long book. To really get the picture, we need to zoom out and put today's action into some perspective.
And to do that, we need an anchor. That anchor is the LDCP, or last day closing price. It's the final price from yesterday's trading session, which was 88.02 rupees for our stock. Just think of it as the benchmark. Everything that happens today is measured against this number.
And now, using that benchmark, we get our daily scorecard. See that little green number? It's telling us that right now, our stock is up by 86 pesos from where it closed yesterday. Green is good. It means we're up. If it were red, we'd be down for the day. It's that simple.
But this is where it gets really interesting. When we zoom out even further and look at the 1-year change, wow, we see this stock is up over 53% compared to this exact same day last year. That looks like some pretty amazing long-term growth, right?
But hold on, this is why context is everything. Look at the YTD, that's year-to-date change. Since January 1st of this year, the stock is actually down more than 3%. See how that tells a totally different story? It had a great run over the last year, but has been struggling more recently. This is exactly why you have to look at different time frames.
So there you have it. We've kind of cracked the code. Each of those numbers isn't just random data. It's a character telling a small part of the stock's big story. So let's just quickly put our new toolkit together.
You've got the essentials now, the open, high, and low. They show you the day's drama and volatility.
Volume tells you how many people care about that drama. And the LDCP, along with the longer-term changes, gives you that crucial context to decide if today is just a blip or part of a bigger trend. Now look, this is your foundation. There are definitely more advanced things on the page we skipped, like circuit breakers or the PE ratio, but once you're really comfortable with these basics, you can start digging into those to get an even deeper understanding.
So the next time you open a stock page, it's not going to be an intimidating wall of numbers anymore. It's a dashboard. It's telling you a story. And now you have the tools to start reading it. The only real question left is, which part of the story are you going to look at first?